Ever feel like you're just going through the motions, not living the life you dream of? Eva Hartley's Manifest and Receive might be the answer you've been looking for. In this video, we dive deep into her revolutionary approach to achieving your desires and attracting the abundance you deserve. Introducing Eva Hartley and the book, Manifest and Receive. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine what your life would be like if everything you desire with your heart was already flowing towards you. No resistance, no rush, no desperation, just you and the energy of receiving what is already rightfully yours. This is the vibration that Eva Hartley teaches, and this is exactly what the book Manifest and Receive is here to activate in you. Eva Hartley is not just an author. She's a woman who's been through chaos, an artist searching for her own worth while trying to pay the bills. She wasn't born ready. She was built vibrating differently. And what transformed her was not excessive effort. It was the energetic reprogramming of her identity. Today, Eva is a world leader in conscious manifestation and female vibrational empowerment, teaching thousands of people to access what they've always sought, the power to receive. The book, Manifest and Receive, is no ordinary manual. It's an energetic map, an invitation for you to abandon the logic of scarcity and enter the flow of permission. Eva shows us that manifesting is not about forcing results. It's about remembering who you are, healing your frequency of worthiness, and aligning with what you already carry in your magnetic field. Everything you desire is already vibrating. The question is, are you vibrating along with it? The great thing about this book is the way it combines practical spirituality, energetic neuroscience, and emotional healing in a light, profound, and accessible way. Each chapter is like an activation. Each practice is like a vibrational mirror. Eve doesn't want you to understand with your mind. She wants you to feel with your soul. And that's why so many people report real transformations. Love, money, confidence, freedom, peace. They simply let go of control and allowed themselves to receive. The impact of Manifest and Receive is growing like a silent wave of collective awakening. Readers around the world have used the book's principles to break cycles of scarcity, release trauma, and finally step into the energy of, it's mine. It's more than a bestseller. It's a vibrational mirror for those ready to stop chasing and start attracting with awareness. And if you've made it this far, this message may be exactly what your soul has been asking for. Maybe you don't need more effort, but more clarity, more frequency, more permission. Because manifesting is natural, receiving is a right. And Eva Hartley will show you how to return to this truth. Who is Eva Hartley, the mastermind of vibrational manifestation? Who is Eva Hartley? And why do so many people feel like she speaks straight to the soul? Eva is more than an author. She is an initiator, a guide who transforms confusion into clarity, scarcity into presence, and desire into fulfillment. Before teaching about manifestation, she needed to find herself in the darkness. Her story doesn't begin with success, but with pain, doubts, and silent failures, like so many people who follow her today. And that was precisely what made her one of the most authentic voices in the contemporary vibrational movement. Eve did not learn manifestation from books. She experienced firsthand what it means to vibrate below one's worth. She was an artist who sabotaged herself, even though she was full of talent. I lived between grand dreams and overdue bills, between hope and frustration, until one day she understood. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you want. And it was at that moment that Eva began her journey of vibrational reprogramming. Not theoretical, but energetic, emotional, spiritual. Over time, she became an expert in helping people activate their field of worthiness, presence, and magnetic frequency. His teachings are a fusion of the law of attraction, quantum neuroscience, practical spirituality, and pure intuition. But the most powerful thing is the way she delivers this knowledge, with vulnerability, with truth, and with a vibration that heals while guiding. Eve doesn't just teach you how to manifest. She teaches you how to remember who you are before the wounds, before the blocks, before the doubts. Today, Eva Hartley is internationally recognized as a vibrational mentor and facilitator of conscious awakening. She guides women and men to get out of autopilot mode, reclaim their energetic identity, and create a life aligned with their true essence. She speaks to those who are tired of trying, tired of chasing, and ready to live in flux, not in struggle. And perhaps that is why his message resonates so deeply, because she talks about manifestation not as a trick, but as a spiritual reminder that everything you're looking for is already waiting for you as soon as you stop doubting and start vibrating. The vibrational promise of the book Manifest and Receive. What if I told you that you don't have to do it anymore? You just have to line more? This is the soul of the book Manifest and Receive. Eva Hartley gives us here a simple yet profound revelation. You don't manifest what you strongly desire. You manifest what you's already become vibrational. It's not the world that blocks you. It's the unconscious frequency you emit without realizing it. The book starts from a crucial question. What if what you want was already yours, but you still didn't know how to receive it? The answer lies in reprogramming your energy field. Manifest and Receive is an invitation to abandon the mindset of lack and activate the identity of I already have, I already am, I already vibrate. It's about moving away from the obsession with results and into the realm of spiritual coherence. Eva takes us on a journey of reconnection with what she calls vibrational worthiness code. Because as long as your mind is stuck in fear, your frequency will be stuck in blockage. The book teaches us, with simple practices and profound language, how to undo these energetic knots so that the flow of manifestation happens lightly and naturally. Not as external magic, but as inner coherence. The great promise of Manifest and Receive is, you don't have to be someone else. You just have to be you again, without the blocks. And when that true vibrational identity is restored, the universe responds with synchronicity, abundance, and direction. The book is like a spiritual mirror that reminds you of your power of co-creation with the quantum field. More than attracting desires, Eva teaches us to vibrate at the frequency of what has already been spiritually released to us. And that's the big twist. Manifesting isn't about bringing something from the outside in, but reveal what was already available, but that you didn't yet feel ready to receive. That's why Manifest and Receive does not promise shortcuts. It reveals truths. Truths that liberate, heal, expand, and reposition you as the protagonist of your frequency. Because in the end, what you want is already yours. The only question is, are you ready to allow it? The real impact of Manifest and Receive in the world. What makes a book go beyond the pages and become a vibrational wave of transformation? That's when he doesn't just teach, he wake up. And that's exactly what Manifest and Receive has been doing in the lives of thousands of people around the world. Since its release, the book has continued to grow in visibility, relevance, and, above all, testimonies of real transformation. What began as a work written by a sensitive and spiritual artist became a vibrational tool of collective impact. In groups, on networks, and testimonials, what you see most are stories of people who, after reading, began to attract love, money, clarity, emotional healing, self-esteem, and even financial and relational miracles. But most importantly, these people started to believe in themselves again. Because Eve doesn't deliver formulas, she activates truths. The book went viral organically, not through aggressive marketing, but through energy. That's why he is so often cited in spiritual communities, pages about the law of attraction and vibrational mentoring circles. It spreads like a call, silent, deep, transformative. Whoever reads, feels, and whoever feels recommends it as an act of love. Because once you change your vibration, you can't keep it to yourself anymore. The popularity of Manifest and Receive is a reflection of your truth. He does not treat the reader as someone lost, but as someone awakening from a temporary oblivion. It doesn't promise easy wealth, but rather a reconnection with your inner source of creation, magnetism, and abundance. And that's what makes it so powerful. It returns you to yourself, consciously, faithfully, often. Many readers say, "This book changed my life without forcing me to do anything." Others report, "It was as if Eva was speaking directly to me, reminding me of something I already knew, but had forgotten." And that's exactly it. Manifest and Receive doesn't give you a new power. It activates what has always been yours. And maybe, after hearing all this, you'll realize, maybe this book isn't popular just because it's good. But why did it arrive at the right time, with the right energy, for those who were ready to remember who they are? Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have it all so easily, while others struggle endlessly and stay in the same place? The truth is simple and deeply spiritual. It's not about wanting more, it's about vibrating differently. The law of attraction, which Eva Hartley explores with subtle depth, does not respond to her stated desire. She responds to your dominant frequency, to the real emotion that you emit in the silence of your mind and heart. And that changes everything. Thoughts are seeds. Feelings are water. What you think constantly sends a signal, but it's what you truly feel that activates the magnetic field. Eva teaches us that manifestation is not forced positive thinking. It is frequency coherent and aligned with the identity you choose to inhabit. You don't attract what you want just by talking. You attract what you vibrate with, even when no one is looking. Therefore, changing your reality starts by changing your relationship with your thoughts and emotions. If you desire prosperity, but vibrate fear and anxiety every day, what is being emitted to the universe? If you dream of love but feel unworthiness and silent rejection, what is being encoded in your energy? The law of attraction is impersonal. It only returns what you are chronically emitting. What you feel repeatedly becomes vibrational order. Eva proposes a path of internal change that does not require forced effort, but conscious choices of thought, presence, and sensation. It's about entering a state of reception. How would I feel if it were already real? This is the secret to changing your vibration and attracting naturally, without resistance, without desperation. It's like tuning into a radio station. Only those who are on the right frequency listen. So if you want to see change outside, start inside. Observe what you think, feel with more intention, choose to vibrate higher. Why the universe does not respond to your request? It responds to your pattern. And if you change the pattern, it changes everything. Now I ask you, are you vibrating like someone who deserves it, or like someone who doubts it? The power of visualization. The universe responds to the image you hold in your heart before it happens in the world. The manifestation happens in the mind. Before it reaches your hands, it needs to live in your energy field. That's why Eva Hartley insists, visualization is not daydreaming. It is vibrational code. When you see with the eyes of the soul, you send a clear signal to the universe. I've already become that version. Now everything around me can align with it. Visualizing is not just imagining something beautiful. It is feel as if it were already true. It is to embody now what you want to live later. When you close your eyes with intention, take a deep breath and see yourself in that reality. Your brain begins to reconfigure your identity. The mind does not distinguish what is real from what is intensely experienced with emotion. And this is where the magic happens. You start to vibrate as if you already were. Eva proposes simple visualization practices that go beyond seeing an image. She invites you to enter the scene, hear the sounds, touch the details, feel the emotion. Because the more real the inner experience, the more powerful the resonance in the quantum field. You go from someone who wants to someone who became compatible, and everything that is compatible attracts each other. Visualization is a bridge between your current version and your elevated version. It dissolves doubt, breaks down blockages, and activates new synapses in the brain. It's like Joe Dispenza teaches, change your mind and your body will follow. Change your energy and your reality will respond. When you see, feel, and believe, you change your base vibration, and everything around starts moving in response. This is why so many people manifest after weeks of consistent visualization. They don't force, they vibrate what has already been accomplished. The frequency of "it's mine" has a power that breaks down any resistance. And Eve knows this. That's why she insists, see with the eyes of faith, feel with the heart of your higher self, because those who see before they have, manifest before they need it. So I ask you, are you allowing yourself to see deeply, or are you still waiting for external proof to believe what your soul has already shown you? Gratitude is the access code to abundance. If you want a direct shortcut to raising your frequency, it has a name, gratitude. But not rehearsed gratitude, not the rhyme. Automatic thank you. We are talking about energetic gratitude, the one that overflows even when nothing seems to be resolved. Eva Hartley teaches that gratitude is not a consequence of manifestation. She is the vibrational cause that accelerates everything that is destined to arrive. When you are grateful before receiving, the universe interprets this as a sign that it's ready. It's like a vibrational password that unlocks invisible doors. Because gratitude communicates faith, surrender, trust, and above all, worthiness. You say without words, I know it's already done, and I celebrate it before I even see it. This is the field where miracles become inevitable. Eva invites us to create simple rituals of daily gratitude, especially in moments of emptiness, because it's easy to be grateful when everything is flowing. The challenge, and the power, is in giving thanks in the interval between ordering and receipt. This gratitude does not come from the mind. It comes from the soul. It does not depend on external evidence. It is anchored in internal certainty. Neuroscience has already confirmed this. Practicing gratitude reconfigures the brain, increases dopamine levels, and activates areas related to pleasure and motivation. But Eva goes beyond science. It shows that gratitude is a vibrational portal that keeps you connected to the abundance already present. Even if it hasn't arrived materially yet, already exists spiritually. And the more you celebrate, the more you attract. So when you wake up tomorrow, ask yourself, what is already abundant in me? What can I be deeply grateful for now? This silent vibration opens paths, dissolves blockages, and accelerates results. Because gratitude turns a little into a lot, and activates it long before it even arrives. Scarcity says, I have to see it to believe it. The grateful soul responds, I believe, that's why I celebrate. And the universe, which listens by frequency, moves towards you. So I ask you, are you already vibrating as if you were grateful? Or are you still waiting to see before feeling? How to put the principles into practice and raise your frequency. Knowing is not enough. Manifestation only becomes real when you put energy into motion. Eva Hartley is clear. There is no magical manifestation without clarity, action, and inner transformation. Manifest and Receive is more than a book. It's a vibrational manual of applied spiritual practice. And it all starts with a choice. Am I ready to act like someone who already receives? The first essential practice is set clear and specific intentions. Wanting to be happy or have more money is generic. Energy responds to precise frequency. Eva teaches that your goals must be formulated with vibrational details. What exactly do you want? How do you want to feel when this happens? Which version of yourself already lives this reality? The clearer the intention, the stronger the magnetic field it creates around you. But intention without action is just imagination. And here comes the second point. Act with vibrational coherence. Eva says that action is the bridge between the invisible and the concrete. You visualize, you feel, you affirm, and then walk in the direction of this vibration. Every decision, every step, every habit needs to reflect who you have already chosen to be. Thinking positively helps. Tact with faith is what materializes. But along the way, internal sabotage arises. That voice that says, I can't do it. It won't work. It's not for me. These are the limiting beliefs that block your reception field. Eve teaches us to identify them with compassion, not to fight them, but to reprogram with consciousness. Every belief is born from a moment of pain, but all pain can be transmuted by a new energetic decision. And it starts with a question. Is that voice mine, or is it an echo of who I once was? To strengthen this process, Eva suggests 3 powerful practices. The diary of reality already manifested. Write every day as if you were already living your desires. This trains your mind and body to vibrate the "it's already mine." Intentional silence with key questions. Set aside 5 minutes a day to ask yourself, what do I really want? What's stopping me now? What would be the next step if I were already living this? Reprogramming affirmations. I choose to believe in myself now. Every day I am more aligned with what I want. My steps reveal my new frequency. Because in the end, manifestation is not just thinking and waiting. It is to think, to feel, act with intention, and heal the old stories that blocked the flow. When you combine clarity plus action plus inner release, the field opens up, and all you asked for, begin to recognize your new vibration. Real manifestation stories. When theory becomes miracle. Sometimes all we need to believe is to see that someone like us made it. And that's why the testimonials from those who read, manifest, and receive are so powerful. They're not about distant miracles. They're about real people with real fears who decided to vibrate differently and saw life respond. Eva Hartley doesn't promise a fairy tale. She delivers tools, and whoever uses them with faith and constancy unlocks the unexpected. Maria Clara, 38 years old, Brazil. Before the book, she had been unemployed for almost a year, in debt, and feeling like her life had stopped. He began to apply the ritual of morning visualization with gratitude in advance. Every day, he saw himself walking into his ideal new job, feeling relief and security. In 21 days, she was called for a position she hadn't even applied for, recommended by someone who knew her indirectly. Today, she says, "It wasn't luck. It was my energy that called. I was already ready. I was already vibrating." Daniel, 27 years old, Portugal. I held a strong belief that relationships never last. When reading the chapter on vibrational identity, realized that he repeatedly attracted abandonment because I was afraid of being rejected. He began practicing worthiness affirmations and for the first time stopped looking and started aloe. Months later, she met someone in a completely unexpected situation and is now living a light, healthy, and reciprocal relationship. He says, "Eva taught me that when you stop chasing, what's yours starts running to you." Julianne, 42 years old, Canada. He used the teachings to manifest one's own home, even without having credit initially approved. She began writing in her journal as if she were already living in the house, giving thanks for the details, the view from the window, the wooden floor, the feeling of peace. Shortly thereafter, a unique special financing opportunity arose, and everything fell into place like a vibrational puzzle.
She concludes, when you vibrate as if you were already living, The universe makes a point of confirming it. These stories are no exception. They are confirmations of what Eve teaches. Life responds to your dominant vibration, not to your despair. What's more, these people didn't wait to be ready in the outside world. They decided to be lined up inside. Practical tip based on these reports?
Create your own ritual. View every day in detail. Write in the present tense as if it were already real. Observe and transform sabotaging thoughts. Take small steps towards the version of yourself that already lives this. Transformation starts small, like a seed, but with vibrational constancy, it blossoms into extraordinary realities. And if so many people succeeded, why would it be any different for you? How to apply, manifest, and receive in your life with constancy and vibrational faith. Now that you know the principles, practices, and tests, here comes the most important part. Bring this into your daily life with consistency, intention, and energy. Because Eva Hartley's book is not a miracle on paper. It is a vibrational activation manual, and like every powerful seed, it needs fertile soil. Your mind, your body, your time, your faith. The manifestation begins when you choose to stop just reading and start living like someone who has already received. The first step, reread the book with fresh eyes. For each chapter, ask, how does this apply to my reality now? What am I still putting off vibrating? If I had already received it, how would I act today? These questions are not rhetorical. They are energy keys that open internal and external doors. The second step, create simple, repeatable spiritual routines. You don't need an hour a day. You need 5 minutes with full presence. Whether it's visualizing, affirming, writing, breathing with intention, or just being grateful for what already is. Constancy creates coherence, and coherence creates magnetism. When your energy stabilizes, the universe recognizes your new vibrational address. The third step, cultivate the vibrational faith. Not just religious faith, but scientific energy faith. Joe Dispenza says, faith is when you make decisions as if the future you want has already happened. Eva adds, you manifest as your higher self before you see the results. This is vibrational faith. It's acting confidently even without proof. It's dancing before the music. It's celebrating before the finish line. The fourth step, be patient with your ups and downs. You don't need to vibrate loudly 24 hours a day. You just need come back to yourself whenever it falls. Eva reminds, you don't have to be perfect. You have to be consistent. And each time you return to your center, the universe understands that you are becoming, not just wanting. And finally, commit. With its new field, with its new history, with its new standard. Because what you support manifests itself. And if you make it a lifestyle, not an exception but a frequency, you will realize that manifest and receive, it's not a book, it's a portal. And now I ask you, are you ready to stop chasing and start vibrating like someone who already has it? Everything you seek already exists. The book Manifest and Receive Eva Hartley didn't come to promise you a miracle outside of yourself. He can remember the miracle that you already are. Because demonstrating is not about chasing. It is aligned with what has already been released to you spiritually. It is to remember, reprogram, vibrate, and receive. The book's central message is clear, profound, and liberating. You don't attract what you desire. You attract what you already are in energy, thought, action, and identity. And when you start living like someone who already has it, the universe stops being resistance and becomes a response. Manifest and receive is an invitation to embrace your vibration with courage and constancy. It's more than reading. It's activation. It's practice. It's real transformation. And if you felt this call vibrate within you, trust. Don't ignore. Maybe this is your sign. Maybe this is the time. It's time to stop postponing your abundance. and start allowing it. So here is my sincere invitation. Practice calm alma. Write, visualize, be grateful, feel, and above all, vibrate like someone who is already what you want to live. And if this content touched you, leave your comment with the phrase, "I choose to receive." Share this video with someone who needs a reminder of their power, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, because together we will raise your energy, your field, and your reality. Your demonstration has already begun. Now it's your turn, Toto receive.